What?
I don't think I've hugged you in 4 months.
We haven't.
You know, even being best friends, we haven't even.
No.
You know,
just like the closest.
Right. Like we come in the door and visit each other. We like.
Okay, I'm like, there's some hints in the tussle right there.
Like,
That's what they wanted. I tell them like this, say, yes, sir. That's what they wanted. It's still.
Hello there.
hey, hello, what's up? Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, friend, we have much to unpack.
And unravel.
But before we get started, you know the drill.
We'll
Gonna
see you
on the other side.
Wow.
Friend. Girl, where do we begin?
Wow. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot, Jesus. It's a lot. Yes. And today's topic is
Woo! COVID and dating.
what? Shut your mouth.
COVID-19 dating.
Yes. So the Rona.
Don't catch the Rona.
Don't text the Rona. So wow, friend.
Wow.
Friend,
How are you faring through COVID-19?
you know, friend, my life is that laptop in the books. I am faring pretty good. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Okay. Wow. Woo, Jesus. Well, COVID-19 has been a big adjustment for some, but for some people, it was normal for them.
Right.
Because that's just how they lived their lives. They went about and did what they had to do, and then they were homebodies. You know.
So, friend, how did you fare with the Rona?
Don't catch the Rona. And the truth about Rona, not Roni, in my Bobby Brown voice, the truth about Roni. So anyway, listen, I'm faring good. I was single before the Rona. I'm single during the Rona, and I probably will be single after the Rona. So COVID-19 didn't really affect me at all as it relates to my personal life.
Yeah, it didn't affect me either.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah. Because, you know, when there wasn't a such thing, life before COVID, basically things that I did do, I would go out on my own, or it would be, you know, you and I, we might go eat, catch a movie, or we would do it with our kids, you know. So that's the only difference now is we aren't able to do those things, but if we do them, you do have your precautions that you take as you go out, as the world is slowly opening back up, because your governor said he is not shutting down Florida.
Yes, but we're not getting into that because that's a sore subject with my friend.
Your governor said that he is not shutting down Florida. So, things are still open for us, but you do have to take those precautions as you go out.
See, friend, you know, with the whole Rona, everybody started washing their hands and sanitizers and toilet paper and paper towels went flying off the shelf. I already had all of that.
Right.
So just let me know were they clean, but that's a whole nother something.
Right, you were prepared.
I was prepared.
Yeah, for the transition.
So, for transition. And because I am a germaphobe, you know I'm a germaphobe.
Right.
I didn't let anybody up on me before the Rona cycle. Let them
Right. 6 feet back, bro. 6 feet.
Okay.
So, but do you think that COVID-19 has affected dating in any type of way?
I think some people don't even believe that it exists, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
And that depends on the actual age range or bracket or whatever as to it doesn't exist. So I can kiss anybody that I meet at the bar and we all can get COVID together. And
wow. Because there's been a lot of parties, birthday parties and stuff, and people have gotten together and then they have spread the virus to each other.
Right.
But I don't know if people know this or not, but COVID can be a sexually transmitted disease.
It sure can.
Yeah.
I read a study on that.
Yeah, they were finding traces of COVID in male semen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to be careful as it relates to dating and meeting someone, or maybe even someone you've been with. You could be married to this person. Idris Elba got the coronavirus and spread it to his wife.
If I was Idris's wife, yes, spread it.
So that's another thing. If you are married and your mate gets the coronavirus, do you stay in the house with them? Do you still sleep in the same bed with them? Or do you move out somewhere else?
So do you think that married couples who have the Rona, are they like having Rona relations?
If you're married, yeah, you having Rona relations, but you're passing it back and forth to each other.
Yeah, but I don't know, because if you hack in but some people can be asymptomatic and you don't even know.
Idris Elba was asymptomatic and he passed the virus to his wife, which he was out of the country when he contracted the virus, and instead of her staying where she was, she went to him, which is understandable.
The way you look, yes.
So if there is a couple, we need y'all to check in. Really, couples, we need y'all to check in. If your mate gets the coronavirus, do you stay in the house with them, or do you leave and move out until their 14-day quarantine?
I think you stay in the house and you put him in the basement or in the spare guest room, or her, or vice versa. I think you stay there, because if the person is really sick, they're going to need those meals. They're going to need that care. They're not going to be able to care for themselves.
Right. But what if they want relations?
You will not be able to get any nookums until you will.
Wow. Is COVID affecting dating? How has COVID affected your dating experience? Are you willing to go out on a date with someone you just met during this time?
Nah.
No, because they could be a carrier and not know it. So you can take a risk of catching COVID. So it's it can be kind of tricky on the married side as well as on the single side. Are you dating? Have y'all been dating? What if he goes in for a kiss and you like, COVID? You can't even really hug nowadays without thinking
it's on your
COVID.
Right.
I had a guy approach me and he was like, I want to give you a hug, and I'm like, COVID? No, and you don't want to seem rude. It's even, like, oh, you don't know, what that person has. For one time, we were concerned about HIV. Have you been tested? Now it's, have you been tested for the coronavirus? Are you having a positive test? Don't come back until you get a negative, So,
right, and you know what? Especially if you're like going out with restaurants being open and you're going out to have an intimate meal and you're eating across. And the reason why I say intimate is because if you're sitting at the table nowadays, that's considered intimate across from each other.
Right.
And so, just with all of the studies out that are showing that when you talk, everything goes out.
Right,
so if you're sitting even across the table from that person, those droplets are going to meet their nose and their mouth if they're talking, and it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. No, ma'am, I'm good.
Right. And even for me, me personally, this is just me. When I went out on dates or dinner dates or whatnot, I like to, instead of sitting across from the person, I like to sit next to them.
Okay.
But that's still, because COVID is past all kind of ways.
Yes.
Shaking hands, hugs, mouth to mouth, just so much, just droplets, So COVID has been it's just been crazy, because now you can't really trust anybody because you don't know if they're asymptomatic. you don't know if yourself is asymptomatic. I'm really hesitant about being around my kids.
Right.
Even especially someone that I'm meeting and I'm dating them, or they want to go out. It's tricky going out to eat. You can't really date during COVID.
No.
You can't
You
really.
can't.
You can't. It's tricky going out to eat. It's tricky going to the movies. What if y'all ride in the car together? Do you ride in the car together with masks on?
Yes. Your head hanging out the window.
So I think COVID has really affected the dating process.
But you know what? It can, not only does it affect the dating process, but it can affect you psychologically so much so that you just fear people. Just
Period.
Period.
Especially somebody that already fear people.
Right. Yes. And so,
Right.
So, just being around somebody new, it's just like you need to, like you said, have you had your test?
Right.
When was the last time you went to? Before I finish that thought, I'm thinking every time we go out, we have the potential of being around somebody that's infected, and we just don't know.
Right. Exactly.
So, how safe is too safe?
Right. Exactly.
Or safe enough?
Right. So when somebody asks, "Can I take you out on a date?" You have to ask them, "Are you showing any symptoms? Do you have any signs of COVID?" And some of them may not know what those signs are, so you have to break it down. Are you experiencing shortness of breath, headaches, diarrhea? Certain things like that. You have to ask them, "Have you not been feeling well?"
Yeah, but you know what, friend? The Rona she's like a bad nightmare.
Tricky.
Because those first 3 symptoms that everybody was,
Some people don't have.
Some people don't even have those. And some people even now just have a headache, or I've even heard of people having like nosebleeds.
Right.
So it could be something as simple as a tickle in the back of your throat and you don't have anything, no other symptoms.
Right.
And I even read an article where a gentleman's toe swelled up, and that was the only thing that was affected on his whole body. His foot kept swelling up. I know, friend.
Yeah, because I'm looking like, because I'm thinking about anytime you show up to the emergency room with a symptom, when you come out, you're gonna have COVID.
Right? Yeah.
I'm thinking that do you know that some states receive a hazardous pay or pension from the amount of COVID patients they treat?
And hospitals are getting extra. You and I had this conversation.
Right.
They're getting extra money.
Right. So they will list it as COVID when it's really not COVID. But that's a whole different topic. Right now we're talking about dating and COVID and how COVID has affected dating and how you can have a little it's okay to have anxiety about dating during these times because COVID can spread much more quicker than other types of diseases.
Yes, but you know what? I think if someone does ask me out on a date, take off your shoes so I can make sure your foot not swollen.
Girl, stop. Do you still have a sense of taste?
Right.
Can you still smell? You
How's
ask
my
those
cologne?
questions, right?
How does my cologne
Can
smell?
you smell my perfume?
Did your sight leave you? How does my hair look?
Right. And I always say your cologne smells nice, so that they can know that I can still smell. But some people don't pay attention to stuff like that.
Right,
Some people
right.
don't care. Me and you are those type of persons that you pay attention to the small print. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to the bold print. But this one right here, she gonna pay attention to the small print.
Yes.
So, we may read up on those things, we may educate ourselves on those things, but then you have people that do not. You literally have people walking around like COVID does not exist.
Right. And to me, that's even more frightening when someone will ask you out on a date and then their viewpoint on COVID-19 is so far out there that it doesn't exist. Then I don't think I want to go out with you.
Exactly.
Because that lets me know that you have no concern for yourself, so that means you're not going to have any concern for me.
Right. And is COVID-19 much bigger than hand washing? What do you think?
I think so. I think so. You can wash your hands all the many times as you want. If you bumped into somebody or somebody's coughed or sneezed around you, And even with the studies with the facial coverings, you can cough and it's still, those droplets are still dispersed so many inches from your face. So even with that said, if you're out and about and someone does any of these things, it could be on your clothes. So guess what? You're gonna take off your clothes. You've washed your hands, you're not gonna think that, okay, I'm taking off my clothes can have something on it to rewash my hands after I take off my clothes or actually take physical showers.
Right. I think I wash or sanitize my hands like after everything I do.
Yeah.
I mean, even sitting at a desk for a majority of the day while I'm at work, I have this hand sanitizer right in front of my keyboard. So every time I consciously think of my hands, I'm constantly cleaning my hands, or washing them in between. So it's a lot of conscious behavior that we have to keep thinking to make sure we take those precautions to prevent ourselves from catching COVID-19. But the disease is so widespread. It's like the numbers are just going up day after day after day. And in my mind, I'm thinking sooner or later, everybody gonna have COVID-19.
It's gonna be herd mentality is what it's called.
Right.
So everybody will get it, and then we'll all become immune to it.
Right.
But
much like the flu.
Much like the flu. Much like the flu. What I will say this is that the couple of times that we've been out to eat, what I do, I wash the table and the chairs down and everything. So if you think about that, so now I have this new person, I don't know you, you're sitting beside me, and you know me, I'm gonna be wanting to clean around you to make sure you're good, probably just spray disinfectant all over the person.
Right. Which the restaurant should be doing.
They
should be cleaning those tables and those seats after every person leaves.
And I noticed that the couple of times we've gone to that one particular restaurant, which I won't drag them, we've had to clean up. So that just lets me know that I'm even more fearful. I won't say fearful. I'm even more concerned and more alert that, okay, what environment will we be going in?
Right.
Is it going to be safe? Is it a familiar place where I'm like, okay, I know they're fairly clean or whatever. So all of those things will be running through my brain, and I just probably have a meltdown.
Right. So you just have to be careful. If you decide to date during this time, you have to be careful about A, the person that you're dating, B, the places that you're going. And if this is your first time on a date, I'm still back to that car issue. If y'all meet there, that's good. But if y'all ride in the car together, are you seriously gonna ride in the car with a mask on?
I don't think I would even want to ride in the car with you. Honestly, I will meet you there.
Okay, yeah.
I will meet you there.
Right.
But you know what? I think, friend, that the Rona has just tuckered me out, has zapped every bit of my
Has COVID-19 changed dating forever?
I think so because now, before I don't think people really paid attention to germs, if that makes sense. Not a whole people got the flu or whatever. You still was in church. You still went to school. You still went to work. There was nothing that was like, okay, you really should stay at home unless you were sicker than 12 dogs, right? So now, here comes the Rona onto the scene. And she's different for everybody. And with the flu, you got the flu.
Right.
With the Rona, you don't know you have the
People
Rona.
are asymptomatic.
So you don't know you have the Rona. And so now people are going to be, if you sniffle, people are like.
Exactly. Because at work, even though we're all in our own cubicles, if that girl next to me sneezes, even though she can't see me, I'm side-eyeing. Like,
right.
I know she's not over there sneezing, or people stand up sneezing with their mask on. I'm still side-eyeing. Did you really sneeze in your mask?
Friend, say you're on a date and you in the car and the person sneezes, they're coughing. What does friend do?
I roll the window down.
You roll the window down?
Now listen, and I say this because my son has done that. We have been in the car. Now I usually make him ride shotgun. I usually make him get in the back seat. Okay, that's how serious I am about the COVID-19. All right, but he's been up front with me, and he's decided to sneeze. Now he did have his mask on. I made his mask for him, and I make him wear his mask. Okay, son, you need to put your mask on. Okay, and he'd be like, really, Mom? And I'd be like, yes, because I don't want to be sick. So we're riding in the car, and he sneezes. So I roll the window down because I need them droplets to blow that way, okay? Not over here on me, because I'm trying to stay well. You know, I know I got to check out of here at one time or another, sooner or later. However, I don't want to check out because of the Rona, okay? So, yeah, I roll the window down. But I would hate being in the car, and that's my son. But I would hate being in the car with somebody and they sneeze and I have no control of the windows.
Right.
So I probably would slide on the door wall like, ooh.
Right.
You know, so yeah. But when you don't like people in your space, you don't have to worry about that anyway.
Yeah, right.
Because you have people, I consider myself to be extroverted introvert, meaning I like people, but I don't like, I'm like Kanye West, I don't really like nobody. I don't really like people in my space, but I love people, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know, so.
And I'm the opposite of you. I'm an introvert that's an extrovert. So I only become an extrovert when it's time for me to do business and stuff like that. Any other time, I do not want to be bothered with you.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
But I can love you from a distance.
Right. So you have people that really don't like people in their space anyway, you know. So, hey, maybe COVID has changed the dating scene forever. So, friend.
Yes, friend.
What are they doing on dating sites now? Are they asking the COVID questions? Have you been, I mean, we don't know, but it's just a question. Have you been exposed to anyone that may be affected with COVID? Well, how are they doing the...
You know what, that's a good question, friend. I think for the safety of their members, because people are paying a lot of money to be on these sites, I would think that there would be some kind of safety mechanism there. But the thing about it is that legally, you can't ask someone those types of questions.
But people do ask. Like when you fill out, it's almost like when you do your application or when you do your profile, a lot of even churches ask, have you been exposed to someone that may or may not have had COVID? When you go to doctor's offices, they ask you, have you been exposed to someone that may have had COVID-19? So they do ask those questions. So on dating sites, when you do your profile, are they asking, could you have been exposed to COVID-19?
Okay, first of all, that's different. I'm gonna tell you why. Because doctor's office, that's for so that you don't contaminate
right.
in the office.
Right. Churches is so you don't contaminate.
For ministries, that's for legally so they don't get sued.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
So for dating sites, that would be the same as if I asked you, were you HIV positive? Do you have syphilis? Do you have a hangnail? You can't
I think on dating sites that information should be made public. If I'm getting ready to date you, which it is a personal, belief or whatnot, probably you shouldn't be on there anyway. But if I'm getting ready to date you, I want to know A, B, C, and D. Have you been exposed to COVID-19? I need to know that, okay? Do you have HIV? Do you have syphilis and gonorrhea? I think that should be public.
But it's not going to. So we're going to move past that. Because it's not because of the fact that would be discrimination.
It's HIPAA.
Yeah, and it would be discrimination
right.
too, because who's going to want to date somebody if they have, we won't use the other sexually transmitted diseases, but if they had like a bloody nose or whatever, and who's going to want to, you're going to be like, every time we go out to eat, her nose going to bleed. You know what I'm saying?
That would be a turnoff.
Exactly. So that would be the same as if, I'm not going to even get there. I was just about to say something. I had to stop myself.
Yeah, don't do it.
You already know what I was about to say.
Right.
So certain people aren't going to disclose the information anyway.
Right.
They're going to lie.
They're going to lie.
They're going to lie. They can have full-blown Rona and they would still lie to go out.
Well, my suggestion to anybody that may be in charge of a dating app, you do need to add that to the profile card. Do you have the Rona?
Have
Not
you
the,
been in contact?
not the truth about Roni. We don't want to know the truth about Roni.
Okay.
We want to know the truth about Rona.
Rona.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, friend,
Yes, friend.
it's been real.
It has.
Mm-hmm.
It has. It has. So, friend, it is time for us to wrap this thing up.
Reel it back in. Well,
Yes.
we hope that you have enjoyed today's segment. We ask that you always like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we upload new content. And we thank you for all of our subscribers and family. We think of you as family here on Black Girl Tea. We thank you and we love you. And remember, keep watching our content. We are making content for you.
Yes. Until next time, we'll see you back here on Black Girl Tea.
Peace.